Nobody wants to sit in the front row.
Why is that?
Scary. Right. Jenny? Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome, everyone. I'm so delighted to see a big crowd. Welcome to our Tuesday, January 6, 2026, City of Oldsmar City Council meeting. I'm just so excited to see a full crowd tonight. I'd like to begin our meeting with the invocation and our Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by our City Attorney, Mr. Tom Trask. Please rise.
Dear Heavenly Father, as the citizens of the City of Oldsmar meet together to address our local concerns and opportunities, we give thanks to you for the bounty that we enjoy in all aspects of our community life. We ask for your inspiration to strive for excellence in our endeavors to serve the public. We also ask for peace in our world and harmony between all people to your greater glory. This we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Tom. The next item on our agenda is our Citizens Open Forum. Each speaker will be recognized and limited to a 5-minute presentation on any subject not scheduled for a public hearing. We do have one public hearing tonight, that's item 8. So if you have any comments regarding item 8, please save those for that time when the agenda item is called. If you do speak, please give us your name and address. We don't assume that you live in Oldsmar, but our city clerk can take that down. Is there anybody on this side of the room that wishes to address the council? No? Think about it? Okay, I'll come back to you. Is there anyone on this side of the room which would like to address the council? Ms. Stevens.
Amber Stevens, 318 Lafayette Boulevard. Good evening, Mayor and Council, and Happy New Year. And just about
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year. About an hour ago, I saw all of you at Oldsmar Public Library for the reopening of the Historical Society. So I enjoyed being there, great presentations, and I look forward to going back to actually going through and reading it. I didn't get to tonight, but I'm looking forward to it. So thank you for that. Just a couple more things. My kids participated in the Empower Adventures winter camp over the break. They had a great time, zip lining, kayaking. So if your kids have not done that yet, you can sign up for the spring or summer camp. Miss Jessica and her staff were great, so they were awesome. And congratulations to Mr. Logan. I think we have a big crowd for him tonight. So. And also, please consider the reappointments for two of our Parks and Rec board members, Miss Pam and Miss Suda, especially Miss Pam because she's our new vice chair. So if for some reason I can't make it there tonight, I really need her there so she can lead the team. She's always punctual, so I know she'll do great. And you have so many amazing candidates on your list tonight for the seat 3 appointment. You got Tom, who's here at nearly every meeting. You got Jessica, who's here on multiple boards. You got Miss Cindy, who is the business lady, and you got Miss Rhonda, who set up that fabulous, fantastic page to get us all connected through the hurricane. So I think we should be proud. I think we should be proud of Oldsmar, our citizens stepping up. So you may have noticed that my name is not on there tonight, but that's because I am an announced candidate for the special election here in August. So I am excited for the journey that lies ahead. You're going to be seeing me everywhere, running, walking, biking through, maybe ziplining if I can figure that one out, and listening to our residents. But I've lived in Oldsmar for the past 7.5 years. I've served on multiple boards, and my first connection with Oldsmar actually was I was a nature play instructor as a contractor, and I taught preschool children, and we actually met in our parks right here. So that can say a lot about why I love this community. But in the months ahead, I am just so excited, and I'm ready to lead, I'm ready to serve, and so excited to earn your trust and support in your vote in August. So thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else on this side of the room that wishes to address the council? Okay, this side of the room, last chance. All right, with that, we will close the open forum. And now we will have our community minute read by our Deputy City Clerk, Jenny Mazanovsky.
Thank you, Mayor. All city offices, facilities, and library will be closed on Monday, January 19th in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Oldsmar Historical Collection is now open. It can be viewed on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 11 to 4 and Saturdays from 12 to 4 at the Oldsmar Public Library. Tree recycling is taking place now through January 23rd at RE Olds Park. Kids Rock Painting is on January 17, 10 to 12 at the library, and the art exhibit opening reception is on Tuesday, January 20th, 5:30 to 7 at the City Hall. That's all for the community meeting.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Appreciate you. The next item on our agenda is the approval of addition of new agenda items, items 7 and 11. The chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item on our agenda is awards and recognition. The public service oath and pinning for Division Chief Greg Cargill. Hey, let's give a round of applause. Yes. Our Deputy City Clerk a moment to step down in front over here. And if we could have Division Chief come on up along with any friends or family who want to be in an awesome photograph, we would love to have you.
Aw.
Oh, welcome.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. It's good to see you. Oh, you guys look so great. Perfect.
I, Greg Cargill, do solemnly pledge to uphold the laws and Constitution of the United States of America, the state of Florida, and the city of Oldsmar. I pledge to remain ever vigilant, protecting our citizens' lives, health, homes, and property. I pledge to accomplish our mission through education, training, and leadership, and the commitment to accountability and respect. I pledge to accept with honor the duties and responsibility of Division Chief for Oldsmar Fire Rescue. So help me God.
Congratulations.
You gotta get a photo. You gotta keep pretending like you're doing it so we can get the photo. Stay right there. There you go. Now smile at him. You like him, right? There you go.
That pin hurts.
Good job, guys. Chief, you want a big photo? Trying to get out of the background.
Oh, wow. Chill in here. You can scrunch in a little more. Thank you. All right, big smiles. Into the camera. Okay, great, thanks.
Thank you for all.
One more second. One more second.
Another photo?
Oh, are we going out?
Yeah. Big smiles. Right in the camera. Look. Okay, thanks, guys.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you all for being here. It's always a very special moment. The next item on our agenda is the Business of the Quarter Award presentation to Fat Beet Farm.
Yes. Unfortunately, Fat Beet Farm cannot be here, but I did make plans to go visit them tomorrow to
Wonderful.
give them our beautiful photo and plaque. I did write something, so I'm going to go ahead and read it anyway, so that
Certainly.
you guys know why I picked them. Because I worked on it, so I'm going to do it.
Don't waste the speech.
Yeah.
You got it.
All right. I'm going to take a drink of water first. Okay. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Oldsmar City Council and the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce, I'm proud to present the Business of the Quarter Award for the last quarter of 2025 to a business whose impact reaches far beyond the boundaries of their property, Fat Beet Farm Kitchen and Bakery. Fat Beet Farm brings farm to table to life with the locally grown ingredients they use each day in their cafe. They provide educational opportunities for all ages, prioritizing connecting people with healthier and more sustainable and delicious food choices. Fat Beet Farm is the creation of Tim and Jen Kersey, whose vision, passion, and hands-on tenacity transformed a piece of land into a thriving ecosystem of both learning and wellness. While their dream started with just a cafe with easy access to fresh ingredients, it transformed into a desire to build a community resource that inspires sustainable ways of living and deeper connections with the environment. In partnership with Fat Beet Foundation, the nonprofit arm of this organization expands its reach by offering educational programs in beginner gardening, aquaponics, and beekeeping. They offer wellness classes like their Sunday yoga and youth engagement opportunities with hands-on farm tours and school field trips. The foundation does this all with the goal of educating the public about the importance of maintaining local food systems and encouraging ways to incorporate sustainable practices into everyday life. This powerful relationship between business and nonprofit ensures that the work done at Fat Beet Farm impacts not just their customers, but the entire community. Their commitment to providing delicious farm-to-table meals, public education, and community wellness has made them a true asset to Oldsmar and the Tampa Bay region. They demonstrate how a business can thrive while enriching the community, inspiring healthier lifestyles, all while utilizing sustainable living practices. Congratulations to Fat Beet Farm, and thank you for all you bring to our community.
Thank you so much. Their food is amazing. It's
So
absolutely
good.
amazing. Right across the border, too. The next item on the agenda is a presentation of the Council City Manager Award to Principal Greg Logan of Oldsmar Elementary School. And he is definitely here. And I have the privilege of handling this one. Oh, good, he's going to come awkwardly stand next to me while I talk.
Yes.
First, we have this amazing photograph for you that hopefully you will recognize as, oh, okay. Totally raised that. So as part of our Council Manager Award, you get this beautiful photograph of Moberly Beach Park. A lot of people recognize that driftwood is a good spot to take family photographs, special place in our parks. So I first want to take a moment to recognize a very special guest we have here tonight. Dr. Gonzalez from Pinellas County School Board is here. Please be recognized to support Principal Logan. Yes, the boss's boss's boss. And you know what? That's a big deal, and it speaks to a lot about what I have to say about Principal Logan. I want to welcome the many past and present Oldsmar Owls here tonight. If you can't already tell, there's a lot of them in the house. Can I get a hoot? Whoa, see, there we go. There we go. It's an honor to stand before you tonight to recognize this man who is an exceptional leader, educator, and advocate for the children of our community. Great schools are built on more than just curriculum and classrooms. They are built on vision, compassion, and unwavering commitment, even sometimes in a blow-up snowman suit and car line. You know, because that's the kind of commitment the kids are looking for. Maybe not the parents, but the kids. But through his leadership, Oldsmar Elementary has become not just a place of learning, but a place where students feel safe, valued, and inspired to grow. He leads with his heart. He's a familiar presence in every hallway and every classroom. He knows the students' names. He encourages them to believe in themselves and reminds them that their potential is limitless. Yes, even my children. He has instituted so many new programs at Oldsmar Elementary. I'm going to let some other people talk too, you know. You probably didn't know that. But he also shares this mission of excellence with the fellow educators and administrators at the school. It's contagious. It is quite contagious. Beyond academics, Principal Logan has worked tirelessly to strengthen the school culture and connection to the city of Oldsmar. He understands that education is a partnership. It takes a village, right? And better village means better outcomes, happier kids, happier parents. Goes around, comes around, right? So the relationships he has with parents and the city and the staff, I mean, just what, December? How many concerts did you put on in December for the city of Oldsmar?
2.
Just two. That's true. Do you want to take a moment to sing? We could do that too. We sometimes have people sing. But I want to just take a little walk around. I'm dangerous when I walk around because I wanted to give a moment to some people who might be here who have a word or two. What comes to mind or what sentiment when you think of Principal Logan? Now keep it, you guys, this is an award ceremony. This is an award ceremony.
He embodies the Oldsmar feel through inspiring our kids and helping us know that our kids are safe at school.
That's an important one. Our kids are safe at school. Lunch buddy, lunch buddy. I've got a couple of other folks over here. I know her, Miss Reith. You can't be on camera for this.
I'm saying.
Are you turning it around? No.
Mr. Logan,
Don't cry.
friend, loyal are just a couple words that I think of when I think of Mr. Logan. Family is the biggest one.
That's a pretty big word, Miss April.
I'm not. You really want me to say something nice? No, really. Mr. Logan has brought a lot to our school and everything, and I am very honored to work underneath him, beside him, with him, and with our whole staff. I mean, we really are a community.
See, this is not staged. I didn't just make this award up. Actual other people believe that you deserve this.
So Mr. Logan has an open door policy. Even if I can tell that he really is not in the mood to listen to me, he tells me to come on in, bring it in. Always an open door policy and extremely goal oriented. If I had to pick a word, goal oriented for sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming down here. I'm coming down here. I'm coming down here. We have two smiles. Two smiles. Do you guys want to decide? Ms. Kale?
I'll go. He's a very fun principal to work for.
Right? We all want to have fun. We all want to have fun. Word? Thought?
Sure. He's just supportive. I think he's great with the kids. He's easygoing, and he tells me all the time how much he loves his job, and it shows.
It does show. It does show. Now we gotta pass the mic just one time here. Okay, full disclosure. Miss Benton is Jackson's teacher, so whatever comes next, it is what it is.
I heard Saul is great. Okay.
Funny. In times of stress and some of our meetings, he just knows how to bring the humor and lighten the moment. And besides being a good leader, Mr. Logan makes some good jokes.
So I've been there a long time, and I've seen lots of principals come and go. And Mr. Logan is the best. And he's committed to our community, our students, our staff, our families. And we're very happy to have him there.
Well, there we go.
Hi, I'm TJ Murphy. This is my grandson. He's in second grade.
He knows all their names.
Ms. Logan's an amazing principal. Liam and I bike to school, one of the very few people who do it, like the old days. And one day I was late coming to pick him up, and this gentleman already had my grandson and was walking him with his bike. It was going to take him all the way to my house, which is about a half a mile away. Okay, and to have that, to know that the principal would do something like that is just absolutely staggering. That and the fact that he took us to become an A-rated school again, and hopefully will get us K through 8.
That's later on tonight's agenda. We're not going to talk about that one right now. So, as you can see, what about you guys? Yeah? No? No?
I would say calming through times of stress and anxiety of scared little kids. A very calming presence. That's right.
Mr. Logan? You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. So, as you guys can tell, I don't really need to make a speech. The speech is here. It's among us. Your presence has made an extraordinary difference in our city, in our community, for our children who are our future. And I am so grateful that I got to be the one to give you the award. So please join me in congratulating Oldsmar Elementary Principal. Absolutely. If we could have all the staff members, please, and, photo. Mr. Logan would love to have his kids and the staff and Dr. Gonzalez up here for a quick photograph, if you guys can hustle. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hi, guys. I can give you the microphone to speak. No. No? Okay. Okay. Everybody turn a shoulder. Turn a shoulder.
Turn a shoulder, yeah.
Yes, we all do shoulders.
Yes.
Big smiles. Great, thank you. Thank
You guys can all be late tomorrow.
You guys don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting if you don't want to. Feel free. It's okay. It's a school night. It is a school night. Thank you all so much for coming. The next item on our agenda is our consent docket, which will be read by our Deputy City Clerk, Jenny Mazanovsky.
Thank you, Mayor. Item 4, consider approval of minutes of December 16, 2025 council meeting. Item 5, consider reappointments of regular members Pam Aromal and Sue Yantis Colon to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. Item 6, consider awarding the purchase and installation of gate openers to Smith Industries Incorporated, doing business as Smith Fence Company per the pricing, terms, and conditions of Pinellas County Contract Number 454-914. Item 7, consider awarding contract for well maintenance and evaluation services to Applied Drilling Engineering Incorporated under same terms and conditions as the City of Clearwater Contract Number 901-840 ITB 15-23.
Thank you so much. Does anybody wish to pull anything? No. Okay. The chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? These items? Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you so much. The next item on our agenda is our City Attorney, Tom Trask.
Thanks, Mayor. This is item number 8 on the agenda. It's a public hearing and second reading of Ordinance 2025-08. I'm going to read that ordinance by title only. Ordinance 2025-08, an ordinance of the City of Oldsmar, Florida, amending Section 8.4.2 Design Standards of Section 8.4 Water Distribution System of Article 8 Public Works Utility of the Land Development Code of the City of Oldsmar to provide that water distribution systems and/or water main extensions shall be designed and constructed in accordance with the Florida Fire Prevention Code, providing for conflict, providing for severability, providing for codification, and providing for an effective date of this ordinance. This is the second and final reading of Ordinance 2025-08 by title only. It was first read on December 16th, and there have been no changes since that first reading.
Okay, and I believe we already had a staff presentation about it as
Yes.
well. Okay, thank you. This is a public hearing. Is there anybody here from the public who wishes to speak for or against this item? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. The chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Mayor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Roll call, please.
I'm sorry, you are correct. A roll call, please. Thank you.
Vice Mayor Graber,
Yes.
Councilmember Tetrazzewski,
Yes.
Councilmember Swager,
Yes.
Mayor Gannon.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-08 is adopted with 4 votes for and 0 against.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you so much. Oh, flipping back. Okay, the next item on our agenda is the city manager, Felicia Donnelly. It's been a busy day.
Thank you, Mayor. It definitely has been. So item number 9 is consideration of scope change request from Mattie Williams Neighborhood Family Center regarding their charitable donation allocation of $14,500 for fiscal year 25-26. During the December 16th council meeting, the council postponed this agenda item to today to request more information. At the October 14th, 2025 work session, council reviewed the charitable donation request applications for this fiscal year, and the council allocated $14,500 for the Mattie Williams Neighborhood Family Center in fiscal year 25-26 budget at the October 21st council meeting. Mattie Williams Neighborhood Family Center requested to amend the project scope based on the reduction in the anticipated program support. In fiscal year 24-25, the city allocated $25,000 to the organization. The project, as outlined in the original application, anticipated funding of $25,000 budgeted in this way. Direct services for residents of Oldsmar. $10,000 for client financial assistance, that's utilities, home repair, transportation, emergency aid. $8,000 for food pantry, $5,000 for case management staffing, and $2,000 for administrative support, scheduling, and data. As the Mattie Williams Neighborhood Family Center does not have another funding source for the $10,500 needed to close the funding gap, they have proposed restructuring the project and budget to fit the $14,500 in funding that has been allocated to this manner. $8,000 for the food pantry, $5,000 for case management, and $1,500 for support and data. If the scope change request is accepted, the donation agreement will be considered at the January 20th City Council meeting.
Thank you.
And David Hale is here from Mattie Williams if you have any questions.
All right, I think there was some additional information that you had brought, David?
Sure, yes. Thank you, Mayor Gannon and the council for having me again. I'm David Hale, the Executive Director at Mattie Williams Neighborhood Family Center, and happy 2026. Thanks for having me back. So I did bring a small packet. It has a copy of our last annual report, which shows you all the data for the organization for the last fiscal year that was completed. It has also a memo to answer the questions you presented me with at the last hearing on December 16th. And then I did print out a copy of our last report. That was from our prior grant cycle at $25,000. Okay. Also with me here today, you had asked some historic questions, and I'm in just my second year at Mattie Williams. So joining me is our board chair, Chip Teeter, our food pantry director, Ellen Young, and also the longtime former executive director, Janet Hooper, who very much trained me for this role, and has a lot more history about how this project came to be and the many years we've worked together. So with permission, while I pass out the packet, may I ask Ms. Hooper to speak?
Yeah, go ahead and pass out the information to Jenny, and she can hand it down to us.
All right.
And we've got a lot on the agenda, so I do want to keep it to about 5 minutes or less.
I can do that.
Oh,
I've done
good.
this before.
That's good.
Remember, I'm a former commissioner. I know how this works.
That's my girl right there.
Anyway, so just so you have the history, because most of everybody is new here and doesn't realize, some of you have been around from 2007. I don't know, Tom, if you were Were you there in 2007?
Tom's been here.
I've been here since 1996.
Okay.
There you go.
I
You were
wasn't
here,
gonna-
so you know. So 2007, Mr. Roniker, the mayor of Oldsmar, and Mr. Stengel, the mayor of Safety Harbor, were working together. As you remember, 2007, 2008, there was a lot of problems with housing, et cetera. And so those two got together and came to Mattie Williams and each put in $25,000 to be restricted for each city. So Oldsmar funding was restricted to Oldsmar, and Safety Harbor funding was restricted to Safety Harbor. Some of the changes, there was no Oldsmar Cares then. It was several years later when Mike Smith came to me and wanted to start a food pantry and work with us to try and get that going. And so there was no food pantry then. Mattie Williams, it was Church and Community Outreach that ran the food pantry at Mattie Williams. Over the time, there's been a lot of back and forth. We've shared a lot back and forth with Oldsmar Cares. We do not fundraise in Oldsmar. We have always allowed Oldsmar Cares because we realized that they needed to do that. And so they've always done that. We've stayed out of there. We did have Mark Howe get us 3 zip line, because zip line's really fun, get 3 zip line certificates for some of our events. And I did, back in 2009, 2010, did solicit TICO for the mayor's breakfast. Those are the only times that we've ever actually solicited any funding out of Oldsmar. Mattie Williams has been there for a long time. It's really about serving the residents. That's what it's about. And I realize that both cities want to make sure that the funds stay within their city, and that's the way it's restricted, and that's the way it's done. And we're audited every single year to prove it. Let me tell you, we have to prove every penny is spent the way we say it's supposed to be spent. So if you have any other questions, in 2017, I hired Cassie Fitzpatrick, yes, related to Joanne, daughter. And so we started more of a congenial relationship back and forth. This past 3 years, we've donated food to Oldsmar Cares. This last year, when we got our walk-in cooler, we were able to give them the 3-door commercial refrigerator. So there's been a back and forth, and they've done some things with us too, so it's been a back and forth. But the winners here are the residents. That's really what it is. We deliver to at least 4 families at no extra cost to them or to out of this funding, because the transportation costs aren't in there. They can't get out. They can't get to a food pantry. And I don't know if any of you realize how much the food insecurity is. If you've read the Alice report, you would know that 39% of the people in Pinellas County are actually living this close to falling behind and below the poverty line. So with that, I hope you'll consider changing the numbers so that we can continue to serve the Oldsmar residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet.
Thanks, Janet. So the little packet there, the top of it is this memorandum. It just shows exactly what we're asking in terms of the breakdown. I think, Valerie, you had asked about Oldsmar Cares. I spoke with Joanne Fitzpatrick, the executive director there, and she could not be here tonight, but she did want me to relay, and I shared the question, that in her opinion, no, Oldsmar Cares could not replicate the services that Mattie Williams is providing at this or any other amount, primarily because they don't have paid staff. And case management in particular requires staffing because you never know when the clients are going to call or need help. And so it's a very difficult thing for a volunteer to do. But we did talk about continuing to work together, and obviously with the changes in funding, we would be referring more folks to Oldsmar Cares for that direct utility assistance, which they still do offer.
Thank you for that.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
happy to, yes.
The last 3 pages are just the annual report, right?
That's the report we submitted to our last cycle with you for the 25,000 you
okay.
granted
I
us
just
in
wanna
the
make sure.
prior year. So that shows you what we've been submitting every year to demonstrate that we've exceeded our goals. But I also understood from Ms. Fitzpatrick and some of the other grantees that we may have been unique in proposing specific numbers.
Right.
Right. So if council prefers to unrestrict the funding, we will simply spend it like Oldsmar Care does, which is what we call greatest need. Make sure the money helps the most people.
Right. I appreciate the second page, which has the data
Sure.
about the unique, or rather, we were using the term unduplicated data.
Yes, yes.
For adults and children for the past 5 years, it looks like? 6 years. 5 years.
5 in these categories and 4 for our food pantry.
Okay.
So you're trying to segregate out the aggregate data from the, hard number of unique individuals.
Thank you, David, for providing the data, and thank you, Janet, for the historical context as well. Appreciate it. Okay, with that, the chair will entertain a motion to approve unless we have any additional questions.
Just so I can clarification, what is the motion?
I'm asking for a motion, if we'd like to discuss this. Should there be no motion, then,
We need a motion to discuss it.
okay.
So
We need
moved.
just 1 second, we just need a second.
Understand, what's the motion on the floor?
Motion to approve this agenda item number 9.
The allocation, the change in the allocation.
Correct.
Okay,
Second.
okay. Go ahead, Valerie.
No, I didn't have anything to say. I was just saying, we need a motion to discuss it.
Yes,
That's all.
we do. That
I'm
is
still
correct.
reviewing this. They gave us a lot of information here. You guys can't see it, but they gave us a lot of information. I'm trying to. No, you're okay. That wasn't a dig. I'm just trying to read it through it.
Well, and, we don't have to feel rushed. We can, of course, we were all hoping to get this information in the interim between meetings, but we also had Christmas and New Year's and obviously.
Certainly, yeah.
So we don't have to, vote on this tonight. We can take this information with us and make a decision at the next meeting. We don't need you guys to come back every single time, but.
Here.
But if it's put on the agenda at the next meeting, then we can have a more robust discussion regarding the information we received tonight. I think that's what we were looking for at the December 16th meeting.
Correct.
But having received it now and trying to process all of it, and then no, it's okay. That's what we're saying, where it's really neither here nor there, because it was going to be on the next meeting's agenda regardless. So I think to that point, we do have a motion. If that motion is withdrawn, we would still be discussing it it was a January 20th meeting.
What say you, Councilman Swagger?
Let's keep it going. I'm okay with, the motion. It's essentially a scope change request to delineate where the funds are being spent.
Correct.
So, I'm all
So
for
you
it.
don't feel the need to review the additional information before changing the scope?
From what I've reviewed it.
Okay.
Sitting up here, and I'm
Okay.
comfortable with it, so.
Taking a poll.
Like I said, sorry, Valerie, I know you're still reading it.
Yeah.
I was fine with the way it was allocated, and then if it was spend it the way that you want, David, I believe my question to you last time was, you're gonna spend it this way, right?
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah, as
it's
best we
neither here nor
can.
there for me. Like, it's just like, if this is how they wanna allocate the money, I was fine with that.
I'm comfortable with moving forward. If I think my hesitation would be only if we were doing anything other than what's written. So if with the motion to approve this change, I appreciate all the information that you brought. I think that probably more than one of us gained information that we didn't have before our previous conversation.
Certainly.
And so that certainly shifted, I'll speak for myself. It shifted my perspective on how you're utilizing the money. And I appreciate the thorough description and explanations on how you're using that case management money. Because even I have a degree in social work, and I was confused as to how we were using it because I just didn't understand. It was not something that I previously had been presented before. And so I'm comfortable with giving this amount of money and allowing Mattie Williams Center to allocate it in this way.
Yeah, this is I'm sorry, I don't mean to
You're
cut you
good.
off.
No, you're good.
This was the information that I needed as well, and to understand the historical context of how did there get to be 2 buckets of money and why, and where's it being spent, and thank you, Janet.
Yeah. I say that a lot.
I won't rehash. But specifically, the data page is the most important information to me because of our duty to be state powers that be and the Doge powers that be that we make sure that taxpayer dollars are going to specific purposes. So I also feel comfortable as well. Any other discussion?
Nope.
Okay, then all those in favor of the motion to allocate as set forth here in this agenda item, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming back. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Okay. Okay. City Clerk, Jenny, anything else tonight? Welcome.
Thank you.
Is it comfy over there? Do you like the chair? You can change the chair if you want to change the chair.
Not with Steve, so.
You can't change it with me, not with one.
I'm good.
I'm territorial with my chair.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. And the next items on the agenda are under our city council docket. So item number 10, consider holding, gosh, Felicia, do you want to say anything else? I mean, no, I'm kidding. Consider holding town hall regarding Oldsmar Elementary School becoming a K through 8 school. So this is one of the new agenda items. And this is, I guess, more informational. I wanted to let you all know that I, along with the city manager, would like to go meet with the superintendent, Kevin Hendrick, on January 15th at 1 p.m. to discuss having this town hall. And so we essentially don't need a motion, but I wanted to inform you of where that's at, and then we wanted to be able to go ahead and schedule that depending on, for example, if there's a location that works, perhaps at the school, Tico Hall, we don't know. But I wanted to kind of bring it back before you guys and let you know the status of it and make sure that you were all okay with proceeding in that fashion.
Yes, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good starting point. I think there will be a lot of public questions that we can't answer, but it's a good starting point at the end of the day to have that conversation, so.
Yeah, plus it benefits everybody. I mean, it's been pretty much a solid discussion point ever since the topic got raised. So I think having one centralized location for everyone's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we're trying to bring the experts, well, to the extent that anyone's an expert, they're not us. We're not the experts. To talk about this issue. Did I encapsulate all of the things, Felicia? Did I say it all right?
You did.
I think that was.
I do have a question, and maybe this is, I don't know, I could probably ask it later, but as far as sunshine law goes, if we were doing a town hall, we would all be able to still attend this. It's not something that we're personally voting on, approving or not. We would all be able to attend and.
You all will be able to attend it. It would not be a sunshine law violation. But I would caution you that the town hall meeting is not necessarily a city council matter.
Right.
Okay.
We could attend as a citizen.
Right. I would suggest you sit in the back of the room and
Zip my lips.
zip your lips.
Okay.
That's my suggestion to you. Then you don't
Advice
have,
taken, yeah.
you don't have anybody
I won't have any
claiming
answers
a
for anyone
violation.
anywhere either, so,
Okay.
yeah, okay. Thank you.
Good question. Fair point. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Moving on.
You're taking the lead.
You know us mama bears, Val. Okay, next item on the agenda is item 11, which is why everyone's here. Review applications and make an appointment to the City Council seat 3 vacancy to serve until a special election is held. So the city charter provides that a vacancy on the City Council shall be filled by a majority vote of the remaining members of the council within 30 days of the vacancy. The City Council will be required to complete that process by January 30th, 2026. On December 16th, 2026, City Council approved the council member vacancy application and the process for appointment of council member to fill council seat 3. There were 10 applications received for council member vacancy from the following applicants: Michael Carroll, Olga Cruz, Rhonda Dunkley, Willie Milton, Mr. Milton has since withdrawn, Cindy Olmstead, Tom O'Shea, David Ottersbach, Jessica Villafana, Sarah Wodrowska, and Fraser Young. So we've got a procedure here, 5-minute introduction by each applicant in alphabetical order, 10-minute, hopefully not 10-minute, just saying, question and answer period for each applicant by council members, 3-minute follow-up. When those question and answer sessions have been completed, we'll open the floor for any public comment, 5 minutes per speaker, and only comments will be received. The public will not be allowed to question the applicants, and then council will make the appointment by ballot vote. Once that applicant has been chosen, the city clerk will swear in that particular person. In front of us here, so you guys know, we have ballots, multiple copies in case we need extras. You'll see Mr. Milton's name is crossed out. And of course, we need a majority vote. So, with that, did I say it all right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you understand that you're not picking 1, 2, 3. You're picking your top candidate.
Yes.
Okay.
The candidate will, once you fill out your ballots, they're going to go down to Jenny at the end. She's going to go ahead and tally all of them. If all 4 of you voted for 4 different people, then we're going to reduce the list to those 4, and we're going to revote until we get to a point where there is a obvious winner, which would mean 3 of you need to vote for the top candidate.
Are we allowed to discuss between votes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if it's 2 to 1 to 1, there'd be another vote?
There would, all of you are voting, so there's not going to be any abstentions. So it's going to require, if it's a 2-2 vote, it doesn't move
2 to
forward.
1 to 1.
He said 2-1-1.
Who,
2 votes for one candidate, 1 vote for another, 1 vote for a third.
yeah, so that is your decision. My suggestion to you is that it be a majority vote of 3.
Okay,
So, yeah.
gotcha.
It will
Yeah,
fall,
I get your
it'll fall
question.
out as we get closer.
No, understood, but I just, meaning if one person has 2 votes and then another person has
Has
1,
one
and then
vote,
another person
yeah.
has 1, wouldn't the 2 votes be the majority by definition?
It would be the majority. My suggestion is you don't appoint somebody just when 2 of you are, want that candidate. It should be the majority
Understood.
of you. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Decent advice. Okay, we will begin then in alphabetical order. I'd like to welcome up Michael Carroll. By the way, thank you, all of you, for, submitting applications, being willing to be a part of this process. It's amazing to see the outpouring of folks who are interested and motivated to do this. It's fantastic. I hope all of you continue to be involved, join a board, get on Citizens Academy. We're so grateful to have you here tonight. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Mr.
Thank you, I appreciate that. First off, I'm going to apologize. I feel like Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, the way I'm sounding. I got a sinus thing going on, so I'm kind of muffled, but I'm going to apologize in the beginning of it all. Good evening, Mayor, City Manager, and members of the council. Thank you for the opportunity to address you this evening. My name is Mike Carroll, and I'm here to formally request your consideration for appointment to the vacant seat of the Oldsmar City Council. I'm seeking this appointment because I believe my extensive background in public service, strong leadership, community involvement allows me to contribute immediately and responsibly to the work of this council and to the residents of Oldsmar. I've been married 34 years. I've lived in Pinellas County for 10 years and I've been a city resident just over 2 years. During this time, I've come deeply invested in this community and its future. I appreciate the balance Oldsmar maintains between growth, quality of life, responsible governance, and I'm committed to helping preserve and strengthen the balance. I currently serve as Vice Chairman of the Oldsmar Code Enforcement Board. In this role, I have gained firsthand experience with municipal processes, regulatory oversight, and the importance of fair, consistent, transparent enforcement of city ordinances, which is obviously important. We do a lot of good work at that board. This position has given me valuable insight into how council decisions affect neighborhoods, property values, and residents' daily lives, and it has reinforced the importance of the due process and respectful treatment of all parties. I'm a proud retired police officer, having spent my career dedicated to public service, accountability, and service of others. Law enforcement taught me the importance of sound judgment, ethical decision-making, and working collaboratively with government officials and the public. It also instilled in me a strong respect for policies, procedures, and a responsibility that comes with the public trust. In addition, I previously served as Vice Chairman of the New York Port Authority in Oswego. In that capacity, I was involved in oversight of infrastructure operations, long-term planning, and budgeting. I also participated in review and evaluation of contract bids, helping ensure projects were managed responsibly and public funds were used effectively, which obviously is important to all of us. At the local level, I have served as president of several homeowner associations. I see a few of my residents here tonight. My responsibilities there included presiding over meetings, managing budgets, reviewing vendor proposals and contract bids, enforcing governing documents, and resolving disputes with the community, which that's not easy, as we all know. My commitment to service also includes voluntary civic and community leadership. I currently serve as president of the North Pinellas Republican Club and as a member of the Pinellas County Republican Executive Committee, currently serving as District 57 leader. While these roles reflect leadership and service, my interest in serving on City Council is grounded in a commitment to represent all residents of Oldsmar respectfully and impartially. I approach public service with a taxpayer-first focus, ensuring public dollars are spent carefully, transparently, and for the clear community value. Additionally, I'm a devout Mason, member of Oswego Lodge Number 1, and I'm also a Shriner, belong to Media Temple, for those that wouldn't probably know what any of that is. These organizations emphasize integrity, charity, personal responsibility, and service to others, values that guide how I conduct myself in public service. If appointed to the Oldsmar City Council, I will work collaboratively with my fellow council members, city staff, residents, to support and advance the council's established priorities and goals. These include continuation, maintaining and improving your existing infrastructure, expanding community engagement, encouraging responsible and sustainable economic development, enhancing Oldsmar's quality of place, ensuring fiscal responsibility, which I think we've done a great job, you guys have, and promoting efficient and effective governmental operations. I'm committed to being prepared, listening carefully, making decisions that reflect long-term interests of the city. I believe my background and experience allow me to step into this position immediately, contribute with minimal transition, and serve as a productive and reliable asset to the council while respecting responsibilities entrusted to it. I respectfully request your consideration for this appointment and would be honored to serve the residents of the city of Oldsmar with professionalism, integrity, and dedication. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Those are your questions going to follow, or?
Oh, you're getting a little, okay, there's a little clap. We're letting the clap go.
I paid her.
We now have a question and answer period for Mr. Carroll. Does anybody have any questions?
I have questions.
You do?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, I always have questions.
That's
We're
good.
here, so, I might as well. Why do you want this job?
Well, why do I want the job? I was going to run last year, but unfortunately, because of health issues, I didn't run for the seat at that time. Here in the last few months, I've had a couple issues also, but I like giving back. I like belonging. I like to be busy, meaning I'm retired. I don't enjoy being retired. I like being involved in things. I love my community. Just tonight is a good testament of Oldsmar on the people for the principal and the promotion of the chief. The people come here. The council seems laid back. The city seems very on top of things, budget-wise. Any comments or complaints we've had, they contact me right away, and I just want to continue to help those same services.
Okay, cool. Give me a second. I wrote down several. I don't know that I'm going to ask all of them. You guys have been here for a while, so have we, so.
Mayor, since we're so laid back, do we have to start being more strict or
Yeah.
something? I wasn't sure.
After me, though. Let me sit down, then be strict.
I think I
thought the same.
have a chart. I made a chart. I'm
You have a
pretty
hammer.
serious.
make a chart.
Have you participated in a municipal election before? Have you voted in a strictly municipal election?
I have never missed an election anywhere for my whole life since I've been 18.
Okay,
School boards included.
okay, good to know.
That's also, it goes into my committeeman originally, district leader, some of you might know, committeeman, right? Committeeman, that's what we're supposed to do, is promote. Everybody get out, register, get involved, regardless of the party affiliations. We can't change things if we sit home.
Okay. How many city council meetings have you been to and/or do you watch them from home? Are you?
I watch them from home,
Okay.
generally. As you can see, I do have a couple other things. One of them seemed a conflict to hear one of my, but I just switched the date, the monthly date on that, so that won't be something in the future. But I do watch them.
Okay. My main.
The only one I don't watch is myself on the code enforcement.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I get reminded of all my failures or my.
It is a little
less
weird to go back
positive
and watch
things.
yourself. I agree with that. I've done that before. So you're up to date kind of on what's been going on, the discussions that we've been having.
Fortunately-
So you're able to jump in with 2 feet.
Yes, I also met with Ms. Donnelly Friday. She educated me quite extensively on our charts and some of the things, all the awards that you've got, which I have listed. And it's amazing to me on such a smaller, to me, this same size city where I grew up, but a smaller city, that we're doing things pretty darn good in keeping our taxes level. We got good reserves. You know, you can always add to those, of course. Your budgets seems to be where it should be with the roughly 15,000 residents. You had the Triple Crown designation, which you're very proud of, which you should be, I think. And the Recs and Parks had the Excellence Award. I mean, I'd be proud to belong to something like that.
Okay, I think that's it. Thank you for answering my questions.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Councilman Swager, do you have any questions?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I'm going to ask this to all the applicants, so you get the honor to answer
Say
it
it
first.
first?
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of continuous improvement and incremental change. If there's one thing that this city could do better, in your opinion, what would that be? And I know this is the first time.
I'm thinking, because I kind of have two. When I did the review Friday with the stuff, we talked about the reserves, and then you compare the comparison of the percentage from roughly 20 million, 3.7 reserves. And I know everybody's paying attention to the news about our property taxes with the state, you know, homestead, if whatever happens, happens. We really going to have to start thinking more for higher reserves in the city, in my opinion. That's something I would like to push or to look at. Traffic ain't ever going to be anything you're going to do. You guys have done a lot of good things, I think, with the storm sewers, even despite after the problems that we had with the hurricanes, you have addressed it. Money only goes so far. Budgeting only goes out so far. You can forecast. Maybe we need to forecast even farther. I don't know. Do we typically use a 3 to 5 year plan?
It shouldn't be a question and answer period.
No. But
Theoretically, we can't.
Theoretically.
You don't get to ask questions. Only we get to ask questions. I know.
Maybe we
Changing the
should
rules.
try to look further ahead, because everything is around taxes, but an average $850 per house, city property tax where I come from, that's a bargain and a half. But we can always do better, right? We can always try to increase things, but we have to make sure that our infrastructure keeps up with the building, the roadways stay safe, and it's going to be tough to enlarge them. I get that, but there are things I think that we can be looking for to try to improve, and which would add to the quality of life here in Oldsmar too. Did I answer your question right?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Anything else?
That's it.
Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have any direct questions. I think for everybody, it's what I'm trying to figure out is why is there interest on serving the council? You've answered that question. So if I don't have any specific questions, it's because it's really your opportunity to say, hey, here's why I want to serve
Understand.
up there and why I think I'm qualified to do it. The application is one thing, but the way that you answer the questions, you articulate a lot of things that, it's like, okay, I didn't know that, I didn't know that, I didn't know that. I really do appreciate that, but no direct questions from me. Thank you, Mayor.
I understand.
Thank you so much.
Again, thank you guys, and thanks for tolerating my snuffleness. Appreciate you.
Wait. So you do have the opportunity. I feel the same way. I am looking for you guys to talk to us about what you know and what you bring to the table. I don't have any specific questions. I don't necessarily know that it's fair for me to ask you specific questions about city operations, but No, I'm kidding.
Right.
You do have the opportunity for a 3-minute follow-up if you'd like. That's not mandatory.
Well, the follow-up, I think I kind of did in some of the questions that were asked of me, some of the highlights I saw. No one asked me my negative, and I thought that was kind of surprising. Everybody has negatives, pros and cons, who's good at what, some things we may have to improve on. One of mine was, and I talked about my past career as a policeman, right? We're stern, that's how, you can see it, we wear it, right? So I value structure and clear procedures, which can sometimes come across as firm, and that's a very friendly word, I think. But I work hard to stay collaborative and open to other perspectives. Some of my key figures that I was impressed with was how many residents, and actually, $850 per house is a lot of money for a lot of people. There's no doubt about that. But if you look at other municipalities that are very similar in size, you're going to pay a lot more than what we're getting. And I think you guys have done a great job, and I just want to hope to continue with that focus and work, and then maybe, just like anything, I hope I can add to the successes of the city.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You have a good evening.
Thank you.
Our next applicant is Olga Cruz. Welcome.
Thank you, and good evening, everybody. My name is Olga Cruz. Thank you so much for this opportunity to introduce myself and speak to you tonight. Again, this is really phenomenal to me to have this chance to speak at this meeting. I never had experience like that before. I was born in Poland, and there is no such thing to just apply to a city council. So this is just this is like a top of the world to me, really, just to speak to you. My experience, my background, I have master's degree in special education and family support. I worked in prison previously for a few years as a counselor with prisoners addicted to drugs and alcohol. I also worked in a city hall as a youth support worker. I specifically worked with youth that was considered like a high risk. So I basically work with them outside. I just have, I'm sorry, I'm a little stressed.
Okay.
I work with them. I was in charge of some programs. I took them to some field trips, and I was just in charge of the communication with the families and schools, mostly. I also have a background in policy writing. I'm studying paralegal right now. I'm a student. I live in Oldsmar only 18 months right now. It took me a while to find this place, but I'm in Pinellas County for like 10 years right now. But I love Oldsmar, absolutely. This is my place on earth. It's like, I love it because kind of it's giving me a little vibe of a countryside, but also it's like city and so close to everywhere, so it's like all in one. And I love that. It's very, very, I feel like it's very safe for my kid. I have a high schooler, 9th grader, so it's great. All of the parks around are great too. So we love that. And the reason I'm here tonight is because I am not working currently, and this is very new for me. I just stopped working at the end of the year, and I just have plenty of time. And I was watching these meetings previously online. I was trying to catch up with some of those that I missed, and I just wanted, like previously, I just wanted to join. I just wanted to be on the council like this. So I just decided I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to come here and introduce myself and do something very constructive with my time. And what I have to offer, I think I am very creative. I love to speak to people. I love to connect to people. I have my background that I briefly introduced here. I am connected with some political clubs in Pinellas County that I was volunteering for a while now. So that's that. I am very good with social media, writing, some kind of reporting too. Like I said before, policy writing, I work with OSHA a little bit, NSF, compliance as well. So I could probably bring some of that to the table as well. So that's very briefly about me. So, and I'm very, very passionate about law and legislature as well. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say in a very, very short, long
Thank
story
you.
short. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We have our questions now. Are there any questions for Ms. Cruz?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, go for it, yeah.
So you already kind of answered this a little bit. Is there anything else you want to elaborate on about why you want to be on city council?
Yes. First of all, because I can now. Like before, it was just I was thinking, oh, I would love to, but I can't. I don't have time because besides the work, I'm studying, so I just didn't have time. Now I have time, and this is something that's been on my mind for a while. Plus, I literally I have 1 minute walking distance to here, which is amazing. I live on the corner of Park Boulevard and St. Petersburg Drive, 417. So it's like 1 minute walk, which is amazing. So, yeah, pretty much that. It's like perfect location. It's really like up in my aisle. It's. I feel like everything is aligning to that, and plus I really feel like I can bring some of my skills to the table.
Okay. Have you participated or voted in a municipal election before?
So I was eligible to vote since February of 2024, and since then I never, so I was voting since then, and I never missed an election
So
since
as soon
then.
as you got the chance, you started. Okay. I think my last question, you kind of mentioned this, that you were watching the council meetings from home.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And the last one that you guys all wore the.
Oh, the
I
bow
love
ties
that.
for Andrew.
I love.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Swager?
Yes.
You want to ask that same question
I
again?
do.
Okay,
yes,
go for
like
it,
a
sir.
robot. So I'm a big fan of continuous improvement. What's one area that you feel the city needs to make an improvement?
Okay, so when I was sitting there, I was thinking about it, and unfortunately, I don't have an answer. Maybe I lived here not long enough. I don't have an answer for now. There was not one thing that I don't like for now, and I just didn't find it yet, really, from like a resident perspective as of right now.
All right, so we're perfect.
I guess so.
Thank you.
Okay. Vice Mayor?
I'm also robotic. No specific questions. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you.
I just have a couple questions, and again, this is person by person. I'm not asking uniform questions, y'all.
Fine, yeah.
I saw under your community activities and involvement, I was wondering if you aren't chosen tonight, would you be interested in serving on one of our voluntary boards or completing our Citizens Academy? Have you
Yes.
heard of the Citizens Academy program?
I would love to, and I was even looking into that because I seen that this is a big thing, and I look into that, but I know it's just like once a year. It's in September or something.
Yes.
So I would love to, yes, but I cannot right now, but I will.
Yeah, the Citizens Academy program, you're right. And you were, I think it's October, November-ish, usually on Thursday nights. But I saw some of your experience. I was like, oh, I wonder if she is interested or had done
I
Citizens
will.
Academy.
I will. It's on my list.
Wonderful. Okay. Did you have, so now you have the opportunity to respond to any questions or add anything. You have 3 minutes.
I think I pretty much said what I wanted to say. Maybe it was a little chaotic, and I apologize for that, but it was like very big for me, and thank you so much for this, and thank you again, and that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Thank you.
So grateful to have you here tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love that. I love that everybody is clapping for everybody because that is the right thing to do.
Right.
I am so, and that just feels like Oldsmar to me because we support each other, we cheer for each other, and I am grateful because that encourages more people to get involved and stay involved regardless of the outcome tonight. So thank you for that. In alphabetical order, the next applicant is Rhonda Dunkley.
Good evening, friends, neighbors, and members of council. My name is Rhonda Dunkley, and I am stepping forward to serve through appointment to the City Council because I believe deeply in service, connection, and the power of people working together to make our city stronger, kinder, and better for everyone to work and live and raise families. I am someone who believes that leadership starts with communication. Too often, people feel unheard or disconnected from local government. I want everyone to know their voice matters. As a city council member, I will listen carefully, communicate clearly, and ensure that residents are informed, respected, and have their voice heard. I believe open dialogue builds trust, and trust builds strong communities. I will also lead with kindness and compassion. Our city is diverse, not just in backgrounds, but in perspectives, challenges, and needs. Compassionate leadership means understanding those differences and responding with empathy. It means finding solutions that uplift people rather than divide them, and working together even when conversations are difficult. My commitment to service and communication is not new. I bring experience in coordinating events and bringing people together, especially during challenging times. One example was seeing a need for help after the hurricane, and I created the Hurricane Helene Oldsmar Help Group on Facebook, where it became a central place for residents in the city to share updates, resources, and support after the storms. Through that page, I watched neighbors helping neighbors, checking on one another, offering supplies, and coordinating assistance. That experience showed me how powerful clear communication and organized coordination can be in keeping our community calm and connected during emergencies. I understand the value of community engagement, how events, meetings, and shared spaces can create stronger relationships and foster civic pride. When people feel connected, they feel invested, and that investment leads to safer neighborhoods, stronger local businesses, and a more vibrant city. One of the city council goals is what? Effective community engagement. I think in my 4 years here that I have proved that I have that, and I do that. I have since changed the name of the group to Oldsmar Community Support Network, where to this day it's still being used by residents and many other resources. I have also served as a board member and vice president of my neighborhood HOA, where I gained hands-on experience working directly with residents to solve real everyday issues. I actually asked multiple residents, what's the best thing I did in East Lake Oaks? And across the board, neighbors said it was I that was first to respond to help, no matter what it was. And if I didn't know, I tagged someone that did. And that my contributions transformed a subdivision into a close-knit family. Besides managing community concerns, I coordinated some new events within the community and worked to make decisions that benefited the whole community and not just a few voices. Serving on the HOA has taught me the importance of listening. It has also shown me how local leadership can truly impact the quality of life. The experience has strengthened my belief that effective leadership is about service, accountability, and action. Above all, I am motivated, dependable, and ready to work. I don't believe in empty promises. I believe in showing up, doing the work, and seeing things through. I am here today seeking appointment because I don't want to serve for status, but for impact. I want to help create a city where residents feel heard, where kindness guides leadership, where compassion informs decisions, and where progress is achieved through collaboration. I promise I will listen, learn, and work tirelessly for our community. I will approach this role with integrity, humility, and a genuine desire to make our city a better place for all who call it home. This isn't just about me. It's about all of us. It's about neighbors working together, about strengthening our community, and about building a future we can all be proud of. I would be honored to earn your trust, your support, and your vote.
Thank you so much, Wanda. We now have our 10-minute question and answer period for each applicant. I've got a thing going here. Councilmember Tadasescu, don't let me down.
I thought you already addressed why you want to be on council, but if there's anything else you'd like to say, I'll give you the opportunity.
I just really want to help and be there, and I know what I've done in my neighborhood, and if I can take it to a bigger scale, that's what I want to do.
Have you participated or voted in a municipal election before?
Yes, we've always done that. We've taken the kids when they were little just so they saw the process, and now they can all vote, so. But I'm still 29, I'm just kidding.
Have you been to a city council meeting before? How many have you been to, and or are you watching them from home? Are you up to date? Mostly what I'm asking is, are you up to date on
Yes.
what we've been doing?
Yes, I've been to several, and then I've watched them online, and yes, I'm up to date. So.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Councilmember Swager.
Mrs. Claus. So, as you may have heard, I'm a big fan of continuous improvement. What's one area that you feel the city needs to make an improvement?
I mean, I think communication always, right? And I think it takes a certain person to be able to gain that trust of different people. And like, I feel like I have that trust and being able to communicate it. So.
Thank you.
It's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
He's a good one.
Kind of a tough guy.
Gotta be stern, right?
Hmm?
Gotta be stern up here.
Yeah, stop being laid back.
Vice Mayor.
No questions from me. Thank you, Rhonda, for your presentation.
Let's see. I don't have any additional questions. However, you have a 3-minute follow-up commentary. Should you like to provide or elaborate?
I was just saying, I just want to state that if I can take a subdivision and make it into a close-knit family, imagine what I could do for the city. I take pride in gaining people's trust and listening, and I think that would benefit the city, even if it's just short term. I saw a need on Christmas Eve where a family lost their house to a fire. I found out who they were, got them connected with Oldsmar Cares and Life as a Donation within 24 hours. Sometimes it's just the little things that make the biggest impact.
So you weren't otherwise busy on Christmas Eve doing anything?
No.
Okay, just checking. I saw somebody who looked just like you right before Christmas.
And multiple places. So, that's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, in alphabetical order, our next applicant is Cindy Olmsted. And as I had mentioned, just to be clear, the city clerk's office was informed earlier today by Mr. Milton, who would have come next in alphabetical order, that he was withdrawing his application. So, go ahead.
Hello, and thank you for having me here. So I'm going to be really boring and read my speech first. So good evening, Mayor, council members, city staff, and residents. Thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. My name is Cindy Olmsted, and I'm asking for your consideration for this interim city council appointment. In my short time in Oldsmar, my work and service have been deeply local. So although I've not served on any boards or committees with the city, I did attend the Janice Miller Citizens Academy. And that gave me a very deep appreciation for how our city functions day to day, the work our staff and our public safety teams do to keep Oldsmar running efficiently and effectively. I have served on other boards, however. I've learned what it takes to be on a board. You have to show up, you have to be prepared, and you have to listen very carefully, ask the right questions, and make decisions that reflect the mission of the organization that you're working with. My resume is pretty strong. I've earned a Bachelor's of Science degree from Cal State University in Northridge. My MBA has a concentration in leadership and organizational change. I've served on advisory councils for University of California, Irvine, GFWC North Pinellas Women's Club. I was a director a couple years there, and I'm currently on boards for Kiwanis, Top of the Bay, Kiwanis Charities, and Upper Tampa Bay Education Foundation. Professionally, my first career was spent in aerospace manufacturing. I was in leadership in aerospace manufacturing for many, many, many years before I came to Florida. I won't say how many. I started when I was 9. It was 30 years.
Okay.
I'm in my second career now. I am a small business owner and a realtor. I work in North Pinellas, Oldsmar, and surrounding cities. I spend my days talking with residents, families, seniors, business owners, a lot of people, people relocating here, and people deciding if they're going to stay here. This gives me a front row seat to the issues that shape quality of life. So how growth affects our neighborhood, how housing costs and insurance impact our residents, how infrastructure and traffic influence our daily lives, and how city services and responsiveness builds trust and our community. I'm not bringing an agenda. I'm bringing a service mindset. So I'm coming to help. Over the next 7 months, my goal would be simple: to be present, useful, and prepared. I'll focus on 3 things: listening and learning quickly, being a reliable decision maker, and supporting continuity and stability for the council and the city. I'm also personally motivated. I moved a lot of times when I was growing up, so I know what it means to be new, and I know what it means to come into a community. And this is really a community, and I love it, by the way. I've had a lot of experience, and the experience is one reason that I've built the business around helping people in significant transitions in their lives. So, Oldsmar is a city that people choose to be here. We choose to be here. We choose to put our roots here, not because it's a popular zip code, but because it feels like a community, and I'd like to protect that. So if appointed, I'll bring professional presence, strong work ethic, a commitment to serve with respect. I'll really practice on my public speaking. I'll be accessible, prepared, and focused on doing the job well. So thank you for your time, your service to the city, and yeah, it would be an honor to earn the appointment. I'm happy to take your questions.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Well,
I'm just going to say, I'm still practicing my public speaking too, so trust me, I get it. You did great.
Yeah, it removes all personality, by the way, so I appreciate that.
No, I think it brings mine out a little bit too much.
No comment. Do you want to elaborate any more on why you want this job? You touched a little bit on your speech, but I'll give you the same opportunity I gave everyone else.
Yeah, sure. So I think it's a short position, right? It's 7 months, but there's a lot going on in that 7 months. I think I have a really wide breadth of experience for a short runway of a lot of data. So I think that's really what I bring to the table is, I'm a quick learner. I can get up to speed pretty quick. I'll talk to the right people. If I don't know what I'm talking about, I won't say anything. And if I do know what I'm talking about, I will speak up. So I just think this interim position requires somebody who can learn fast. There's people who are an inch deep and a mile wide, and people who are, a mile deep and an inch wide, and I think I'm a mile deep and a mile wide. I can handle it, so.
Have you participated or voted in a strictly municipal election?
Absolutely.
I knew the answer to that question already, but I'm asking you anyway. I've seen you at some of the city council meetings, but are you, if the ones that you're not here physically, are you watching from home?
Yes, I do watch from home. I am here physically. I have missed some, but I see a lot of them, and I'm very aware of what's going on with our city.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if you heard,
Let me guess.
I'm a big fan of continuous improvement. What's one
Yeah.
area that you feel the city needs to make an improvement?
Okay, so I would feel very presumptuous making an improvement for the city, but I will come up with something that maybe, so I come from a manufacturing background, as I said, and I've been in I was in manufacturing for 35 years. Okay, 30. I forgot I was 9. For 30 years, and I know the importance of housing, what a city does for manufacturing facilities and what government does for manufacturing facilities, and just from all kinds of different perspectives, training, providing housing, affordable housing, giving leeway to management and manufacturing, just all kinds of stuff that we could do for manufacturing specifically, especially considering the amount of money that we get as this city from businesses and manufacturing. So I'd be very business focused, I think. And again, not knowing enough about what's going on, I'm very data driven. So I'm not trying to make a presumption on what we're doing or not doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Vice Mayor?
I'm scared of public speaking.
I'm shaking and I'm bold. This is
Thank you for your
crazy.
presentation, Cindy. No direct questions from me, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Now you're making me feel bad because I was
It's
going.
it's their opportunity to present to us.
I feel like this is an easy question, and I'm genuinely curious. I'm genuinely curious.
Okay.
Is there anything from Citizens Academy that surprised you about our city? I mean, I'm sure there was a bunch, but was there anything that really stood out to you?
That's a great question. So I took Citizens Academy when I very first moved here. So I didn't know a lot, so I didn't have a lot of expectations.
Okay.
But I surprised me, maybe not, but I was certainly interested. So maybe the age of the building over by the water plant, that was a little surprising.
We're working on that. We're working on that.
Yeah, but I mean, just, that's a lot to deal with. So that maintenance facility seemed like, oh man, and I'm not sure that the air conditioning wasn't broke when we were there. But anyway, yeah, so I don't think anything really surprised me, but it was certainly very interesting. I loved learning about what we were doing here.
Very good. You have 3 minutes to follow up on any of our questions or elaborate.
Yes, I will take my shaky voice right back to the chair. No, I really appreciate the opportunity. I think this is great. You've got a lot of great candidates here. I would love to be appointed. I don't think we can go wrong, though. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Okay, our next applicant is Tom O'Shea.
Hi, Tom O'Shea. I've been a resident of Oldsmar for about 10 and a half years. The reason I want to sit there is I kind of want to give back and kind of feel like I should give back the number of times I've gone to city functions that it's just me that's there. And it feels like the city's put it on the whole thing for me. So I kind of want to give back a little. The number, I believe in a well-functioning government that serves the public efficiently. I vote in all elections. Actually, now that another one's coming up, I'm itching to find out when the candidate forum's going to be so I can show up to that and watch the candidates. I graduated the 2024 Citizens Academy. The downfall of that one was there was 2 hurricanes and a flash flood. So it got shuffled around and moved around, so I kind of want to do it again because we missed some parts of it.
That's true.
Yeah, so that was kind of a chunked up one. Let's see what else. The one thing I would do better in the city would be sidewalk ends, several ends of the sidewalks. I want to combine all the sidewalks and all the bike paths, get them all connected together. That's pretty much it that I can think of off the top of my head right now. The other one that your question is, if I go to the city meetings, I think there was one in September I missed, but I did watch it on YouTube.
It's true. For those of you guys who don't know, Tom is he's at every meeting.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Oh, yeah, the boards I'm on the library board, and I'm a vice president on the library, Friends of the Library.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I
Okay.
got right now.
Any questions for Mr. O'Shea?
I'm going to give you the same opportunity I gave everyone else. Is there anything else you want to say about why you like to sit up here instead of out there?
They look like comfy chairs.
You're not bad.
Honestly, there's so many great candidates you got. It's almost like I don't want to choose, you know? It's hard. That's a hard choice.
It is. It's getting harder by the
Agreed.
minute.
Yeah. Have you voted or participated in a municipal election before?
All of them. Definitely, especially since I've been in Oldsmar. There might have been some when I was living in Massachusetts I might have missed, but for the most part, since I've been in Florida, I'm pretty much hit all the elections.
And I know how many city council meetings you've been to, so I'm glad you come and I'm glad you participate.
Yeah. Like to show up.
Mr. Schwager?
So you had answered the question, I think,
did.
in your
Get another
presentation
one?
regarding to,
Sidewalks?
no,
Yeah.
regarding sidewalks.
Yeah. Sidewalk ends. That'd be incremental improvement would be all the sidewalk ends. Because there's a bunch of spots, especially the Douglas Road one. You got like half of Douglas Road, you put that nice bike path in, but then it just ends.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's sidewalks.
There's just
a
like,
whole
points
story
where the
behind
road's
that.
in, and then
Right.
there's
Yeah.
South Shore Drive doesn't have the bike path to get all the way down to Mobley Bay. There's a bunch of spots that are missing. Could connect them all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Vice Mayor?
No questions. Thank you, Tom.
Tom,
You guys want me to ask questions? I mean, I can.
No.
I'm just, I'm trying to be fair to everybody. Like, that's just.
No,
That's what I mean.
entirely.
Are you gonna wear your hat if you're elected? Are you going to wear your hat?
it's
on-
back there. I'll wear it.
There, I asked a question.
I'll wear a hat up there.
That's not a fair question.
How are things over on Lake Charles Court?
There you go.
Pretty good. Nice and
Yeah?
quiet. Love it.
You feel connected still to the rest of Oldsmar?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we could put a
Don't say-
pedestrian bridge.
don't.
Don't bring that up? Okay.
Don't do it, Tom.
I have thoughts on it, but I think it's too much for the city, We got plenty of other projects that are, we got to keep the ball rolling on all the other projects. State Street, you got you got to do the water pipe on Forest Lakes when they do widening the Forest Lakes. That's our responsibility, the water pipe. You got to
True.
cross the street. You got to come up with an EOC and a city hall because you gave up that building,
Potentially.
potentially. It's on the budget for this year to plan.
Sit down, you know too much.
Pressing me out.
Well, if you don't select me, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, our next applicant, David Ottersbach. Please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. Okay.
Hello. Good evening, Mayor, council members. I'm a new face here, but not a new face to Oldsmar. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight. My name is David Ottersbach. I'm a husband, father to 4. I'm a registered nurse, been in healthcare for over 20 years. My wife and I live in Oldsmar since 2018. I was born and raised in St. Pete. Prior to that, did 2 years in Tampa, didn't like it. But we chose Oldsmar intentionally because it's small, it's a nice community, it's focused on families, and it's balanced between growth and livability. This is where we're raising our children, and it's kind of where we plan to stay. My background in nursing has shaped how I approach responsibility and leadership. In healthcare, decisions are rarely abstract. They affect real people, often under real pressure and with limited information. The environment teaches us the importance of listening carefully, relying on expertise, working as a team, and being accountable for outcomes. Those lessons that I've learned have kind of stayed with me, and if appointed, they would help guide me while I serve on the council. I'm definitely not a politician or a public speaker. I'm more of a listener, and I like to take in information. Outside of healthcare, I'm active in my local church. I serve as a youth leader volunteer. In that role, I help mentor young students, support their growth through service and responsibility. I've also helped, with the help of my wife, lead an initiative at the church to open a small cafe, hopefully in the next couple months. That's designed to fund missions and create a sense of responsibility for the youth. These experiences have reinforced my belief that leadership is less about position and more about service. My interest in serving on the city council comes from a desire to contribute locally, where decisions are close to the people they affect. I'm not seeking, I don't have an agenda. I'm putting my name in the hat because, well, for a couple reasons. When you go to vote, sometimes there's seats that are non-contested, and for whatever reason, that kind of bothers me a little bit. So it's just my way to make sure that that wasn't going to happen, and clearly it's not. So anyway, in preparing for this opportunity, I've taken time to observe and learn from previous meetings, watching them on YouTube, and that's definitely reinforced my respect and responsibilities of the role. I appreciate the seriousness of balancing different perspectives while keeping the long-term interests of the city in mind. I also understand that not every decision will be easy or unanimous, and in those moments, I believe it's important to remain respectful, communicate clearly, and continue engaging with residents even when there's a disagreement. Trust is built over time through consistency and accountability. Ultimately, I view leadership as stewardship. It's about caring for the community and the resources that are trust and placed with you. As a father, a nurse, and a committed resident, I am deeply invested in the future of Oldsmar and the decisions that shape it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Some questions for Mr. Ottersbach?
I think you know where this is going to go. Is there anything else you want to say about why you'd like to be sitting up here with us?
No, I think
Have you participated in municipal elections before? Voted?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then, how many city council meetings have you been to here, or are you watching them from home? Are you up to date kind of on what we're doing and the things upcoming?
Yeah, when I decided to put my name in the hat, I went through and reviewed all the probably September
Okay.
city council meetings.
Okay, thank you. That's
All
it?
set?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I've started taking notes.
I never want to assume, I always ask. Councilman Swager?
Yes, as a fan of continuous improvement.
I like how he repeats the whole spiel.
Right. What's one area that you feel that the city can improve?
I am also a fan of continuous improvement. So, without knowing the inner workings, I think that communities, a good foundation for a community is families and small business. Kind of touched on about bringing business. So I don't know if there's anything out there already to incentivize small businesses to take a look at Oldsmar over other areas, because there's a lot of spaces available that could house a nice small business and bring stuff to the community.
Thank you. And then one more question. I just noticed on the
You never know.
on the application, I appreciate you being honest and transparent about your schedule.
Yes.
Is that, as far as the night schedule conflicts with our meetings, is that still the case since making the application?
I mean, I work nights.
Okay.
But I don't know, I looked in the future, a few months in the future anyway, and first and third, I'm okay. So that shouldn't be an issue going forward.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Vice Mayor?
David, thanks so much for signing up, and I know it's a little bit, you haven't been to the council chamber before, and then the first thing you're doing is, hey, can I sit up there with you guys? I'm guessing there's a little bit of nervousness going on, and that's completely understandable. But thank you for your presentation. No direct questions from me, Mayor.
Do you know Andrew Knapp? Because he lived near you.
Oh, that's right.
I heard. Never saw him.
No?
No,
You're kidding.
outside of here.
Oh, outside, yeah.
Don't they send up like a bow tie signal when they need him?
Is
I
there a
almost wore
bow
one, but
tie
I don't have
signal
one.
in Bayside Terrace?
No, I did wear a funky belt to kind of.
Okay.
He does that too? Yeah.
But
I've got the bow tie in my bag if you need it, if you want to change real quick. I'm not, I do.
I love that you saved it. I love that you
He's
saved
a
it.
looper. That's what
You
they
have
call
the.
They call 'em loopers,
All
yeah.
right, pipe down.
Sorry.
You have the opportunity to respond to any of the questions or further elaborate for 3 minutes.
no, I mean, I really appreciate like, having the opportunity to be here, and I really appreciate Rhonda. Like during the hurricanes, we all had a lot of issues during the hurricanes, and then having a forum where we can all get together and talk was, it was a lot of neighbors helping neighbors, and that was nice. Anyway,
Yeah.
that was it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Archibald. Appreciate you. Okay, our next application is from Jessica Villafana.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
I feel really honored to be here. I mean, what a really nice group of candidates. My name is Jessica Villafana, and I live at 407 Tangerine Drive in Harper Palms. I have been a resident of Pinellas County since 1976. I think I was 8 when we moved here from New York, and very much a local girl. Went to college at University of South Florida, graduated class of 1990. I have a bachelor's degree in social work. I have worked in healthcare, financial assistance for the last, well, February 11th will be my 35th anniversary at my job. Basically, I've done kind of the same career my entire career. And I moved to Oldsmar in 2002. It was interesting when I was house hunting. One of the things that I said to my realtor, I had pre-qualified for a mortgage, and I said, I don't want to go over what I've pre-qualified for. So, affordability is really important to me. And he said to me, well, I think you need to look in Oldsmar. Okay. The only time I had ever been to Oldsmar was to come to the movies. I was living in Clearwater at the time. So the only time I had ever come to Oldsmar was to go to the movies. And I'm like, Oldsmar, well, okay, yeah, sure. And so looking at the different houses and ended up falling in love with my house at Harbor Palms. And we moved in 2003. And I just spent a lot of time just busy working. And I would say about 2014, I kind of had a personal epiphany that I needed to make my community a little larger than just work, than just my immediate family. And I ended up starting to go to Oldsmar Historical Society functions. And that's where I met a lot of really neat people. And through that connection, I then joined the Women's Club in 2018. And I guess I have this immediate need to serve, to be helpful. So when I joined, the executive board was saying, we don't want to do this anymore. We're tired. We're looking for someone else to step up and be part of the executive board. So I immediately, well, I work in finance. I'm good with money. Okay, yeah. Can I be the treasurer? And they're like, you want to be in charge of the money? Yep, I sure do. And so I've been the treasurer since 2018, a role that I have really, really enjoyed. And through that group of just lovely, lively ladies, they encouraged me to go to Citizens Academy. And actually, that's where I met you. And I really had a good time there. It was interesting to hear about all the different things that were going on. And one of the first things that caught my ear at one of the meetings was the grant, the infrastructure grant that actually went to Harbor Palms to improve our infrastructure. And what impressed me so much with that was, even though COVID happened and we kind of got, the project got a little backtracked, things got back on schedule, was the communication. There was a lot of communication about what was going on, why things were delayed, what was happening, to the point of like, and I'm thinking to myself, they're doing this after hours, coming to the park, to the Sheffield Park, with the diagrams and showing what was going to happen next. I was like, okay, yeah, I really like that. And going door to door, saying, hey, we're going to be at your door on this date at this time. Well, thank you. Okay, I appreciate knowing that. So, again, being part of Women's Club, it led me to want to be part of more things and to kind of put my hand out there. And speaking of Andrew, when Andrew had to leave the Ordinance Review Committee, I was asked could I replace him? I'm thinking, that's big shoes to fill. I don't know that I can fill those shoes, but I can certainly.
It's okay, it's not a fire alarm, it's the
Okay.
timer.
Oh, did I go over 5 minutes? Sorry.
You did a little bit, but go ahead and finish that
Okay.
thought. Finish that thought.
That I could contribute and listen. So I quickly read everything that was going on, contributed my 2 cents here and there. After that appointment, I was like, I really like these things. And where else are there openings? So I'm currently serving on the planning board, and I'm currently serving on the code enforcement board that I really do enjoy. I feel like I am a quick study, a quick read, quick to read something and understand how is that going to impact the day-to-day person.
Thank you.
So
Is there anything else you'd like to say about why you would like to have this position?
I'm really interested in making an impact in the implementation of policy. You know, it's one thing to have something on paper, but how do you roll it out? How do you present it to people? How do you get their engagement? How do you get their buy-in? That's something I'm very interested in. And have I ever missed an election? No. I have been voting since I was 18 years old. My parents instilled in me that it's a sin to miss an election.
Right.
Okay, so I've never not missed an election.
Have you been keeping up on city council meetings?
Yeah. I've been to a few, and I've watched several on YouTube, and so I feel like I'm up to date with the current things that are going on.
Thank you.
And Mr. Swieger, did I say that right?
No, but it's
Swieger?
okay.
You know what, everyone mispronounces my last name, so that's fine too.
Well, Councilman Swager. me,
Swager.
Jessica Vilfana.
Yep.
Look at that, I got them both right.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you, Mayor Gannon. Gannon's an easy one. As you may know, I'm a big fan of continuous improvement.
I do.
What's one area in
Well-
Oldsmar?
Continuous improvement. One of the things that has really bothered me about municipal elections is the low voter turnout. That often these seats are decided on 1 or 2 votes. And we have so many voters, but they only seem to be interested in the larger election, the governor's race, the president's race.
Wonderful, energizing morning I had.
Whoops. And yet, this council here and the things that go on in our city have more of a day-to-day impact on people. You know, knowing about like the Harbor Palms infrastructure improvement, That's a direct improvement that affects my home. And having someone that's interested in that is important to me. The governor? Yes and no. And I think the governor's important, don't get me wrong, but I think the people running the city I live in, I think they're just as important. Trying to get more people who are already registered to vote to come and vote in these local elections. I don't know if it's possible, but that's something I'm very interested in.
Excellent, thank you.
Vice Mayor?
Thank you for your presentation, Jessica.
Thank you, sir.
No direct questions from me. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, you can let me know if this one's unfair, but you've been here for 23 years, so I feel like this is a fair question.
Okay.
Is there any time you feel like the council got it wrong?
Well, I'll say I know there's a lot of pros and cons on the downtown redevelopment. That's a hard one because I would really love to see downtown to be as vibrant as other downtowns.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is it really in our city's character? I think sometimes our character is more developed toward, we really seem to be, we love our parks. So maybe more time developing parks rather than downtown.
Fair.
But for the most part, I love it here. I mean, I feel so blessed. I really made the right decision when I picked living in Oldsmar. So that's all I got.
That's a good spot to leave that at. Well, wait. You do have 3 minutes if you'd like to expound on the questions that we have asked you or to elaborate.
No, but I do understand it's a limited appointment. And actually, that part kind of intrigues me. One of the things in my career, and I've been doing this for a really long time, I've done financial assistance for the last 35 years. And I've been part of Baycare Health System since its inception in 1997. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot it. The financial assistance department grew with me going into each hospital and growing it, interviewing, training, guiding these people, and then stepping back and say, now it's your show. And to know that our department is a team of like 80 people now, where before, when we started in 1997, we were a team of 3. And to feel that I've made that large contribution to Baycare, and that sometimes in my career, I often meet people on the worst day of their lives, that they're ill, they're injured, they're uninsured, they're underinsured. They don't know what they're going to do with these kind of bills. And I have a conversation with them. And often in the course of that conversation, you can actually physically see somebody, oh, you can help me, and watch that person visibly relax. And to say, my small portion of that conversation is going to go toward their healing, is going to go toward them feeling better, but also training other people to do the same thing that I've done. That to me is my legacy. So, that's it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Our next applicant is Sarah Wodrowska. Please correct me, I'm saying that wrong, I know I am.
Wodrowska.
I did it?
You did it.
Man, I'm on a roll tonight.
You're doing great.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Wodrowska, and I moved to Oldsmar in 2021 after marrying my husband. He came here as a young boy and always knew this would be his lifelong home. He jumped at the chance as an adult to buy a house in this wonderful community. I've quickly come to understand his deep affection for this unique, vibrant, and historic city. We love attending the parks and city events, which give Oldsmar that special, small-town, tight-knit feel. If elected to City Council Seat 3, my goal is to promote Oldsmar's growth and resilience while preserving its unique family-first charm. A bit about my background. I relocated from Georgia to the Tampa Bay area in 2018 for a neonatal ICU nursing position at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital, arriving without knowing a soul. I've always been drawn to new challenges that foster personal and professional growth. In 2019, I was honored with the Daisy Award at Johns Hopkins for my advocacy on behalf of patients and their families. For those unfamiliar, the Daisy Award is an international program recognizing nurses for their compassionate, skillful, and patient-centered care. I worked tirelessly to bridge the gap between families and medical staff, ensuring we collaborated harmoniously to improve infants' outcomes. These experiences have honed skills like active listening, clear communication, tenacity, and advocacy, qualities that translate directly to effective service on the City Council. I want to bring those advocacy skills to work for the citizens of Oldsmar. My greatest passions for the city are promoting family engagement and growth while preserving its health and safety. As a wife and mother to 2 toddlers who we plan to raise here, I place the highest value on keeping our community safe in every way, from thoughtful community engagement and development to environmental protections and to supporting school growth. Above all, I aim to represent our most important citizens, our children. They will feel the impact of our decisions the longest, yet have no vote on the matter. I have fresh ideas to bring to the table and would be honored to serve Oldsmar on the council. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Councilmember Paczewski.
Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about why you like this position?
I am just coming out of the swamp of early motherhood.
Of what?
The swamp of early motherhood.
Oh.
I'm finally sleeping through the night. I can put a
God, I
coherent
remember.
thought together again.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna give me a flashback, right?
I know. I'll hold your hand later about it.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm finally in a position now where I can actually contribute to the society around me. I love this city. I grew up outside of Atlanta where it was a big metropolis area. I wasn't really connected at all with where I grew up. I had no ties to the city, even the state that I grew up in, you know. I just picked up and moved, didn't care, you know. But when I moved here and saw the love for the community, it's not just my husband, it's so many locals that live here as long as possible, like indefinitely. Like they were raised here, they're raising their families here, you know, this is generational. And I would love to just contribute to that. I want to continue the legacy that has been built so much already. I love this little town, and I want it to stay true to itself. I loved the historical presentation. Me and my daughter dropped by really quickly as we could to see it. Just seeing the historical roots being brought to life, all the stories on the walls, the pictures that I had the chance to look at. It's beautiful, you know, that this small slice of Tampa Bay that is so unique has such a draw to an amazing community of people, and I would like to contribute in any way that I can.
Have you voted in or participated in a strictly municipal election before?
Yes, I have.
And then have you been watching city council meetings from home?
Mainly online, yes, because kids.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. That's not going to present
No,
conflicts
not at all.
for attending meetings?
No, not
Okay,
at all.
that's it.
Do you want to go through the whole?
Right. As well.
Have a passion.
So you may be aware,
No, she was going to say it back to you.
Oh, right.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a big fan of continuous improvement. What's one area that you feel Oldsmar can improve?
So I heard through the grapevine. I heard actually not through the grapevine. I heard directly from someone within the city that the exterior portion of Ari Olds Park is being sprayed with glyphosate.
Is what?
Glyphosate. It's Roundup. The exterior, at least that's what I was told within the last year, that on the little wooden pillars, there's a circle being made around it of glyphosate, which is a weed killer. However, there is a pretty high carcinogenicity. There's lots of lawsuits going on for it. It also, there's lots of research showing that it causes runoff into waters that can pollute, contaminate, and basically it's a threat to the wildlife that we so carefully already try to preserve here. So I would love to see, because also it's not killing the weeds in the park. There's plenty of weeds in the park. It just kills a circle around a little pole. Anyway, so I would love to see some changes, some thoughtful research being looked into about something that we can do in replacement, something more environmentally friendly for that.
All right, thank you.
Vice Mayor?
Thank you. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
How old are your kids?
2 and almost 4.
2 and 4?
Mhm.
7 and 9? 7 and 9?
7 and 9.
Nice.
7, what?
Oh, did you just say 7?
Seriously.
Every parent here is tired of that, man. Don't bring that
2026.
here.
New year. So they're 2
Yes.
years apart, right?
Yes, 7 and 4.
And Councilmember Knapp's children were 2 years apart. Councilmember Tadezewski's son's a little bit older. But point being, we completely understand the 4 and 2. And saying, hey, that city council thing and going to do that seems awesome. And it really does. And the kids really enjoy it when you're a part of it as well. So I just want to let you know that it's something all of us understand. I didn't have any other direct questions. I just wanted to make sure, kind of see if I remember being in that boat. I believe we all remember being in that boat. Mrs. Swager, I don't know if you remember being in that boat. I'm sure you do, but that's all I had, Mayor. Thank you so much, Sarah.
She's like hiding over there.
Yeah, she's over there.
I know her. Thank you, Sarah. You have the opportunity to respond to any of the, you have 3 minutes to elaborate or respond to any of the questions that we've asked.
I think you have a wonderful set of candidates here, and I think that it's pretty hard for you guys to go wrong here. I think there's a lot of people on fire for the city right now, and it's making me very proud to see. I'm one of those people, and I would love to serve, but I think, fortunately, the city sounds like they're in good hands, no matter what. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and our last applicant is Fraser Young.
Hi, everyone. Good evening, Mayor, Council members, City Manager. I wasn't planning to write something, but I saw everyone else reading, so I thought I may as well. So if you saw me on my phone, that's what I was doing. I want to start by saying that I've already filed the paperwork to run for this seat in this special election this August. I'm actively building a campaign, knocking on doors, and I intend to win the trust of voters. But I'm here tonight because I believe I can be of service immediately. I will say there are a lot of really great applicants tonight, and if I had have known that so many others would throw their hat in the ring, then I wouldn't have even applied. So I'll try to keep this short and just use it as an opportunity to introduce myself and share my reasons for wanting to serve. So I got married in Clearwater 7 years ago, January 2019. I have 2 young boys, an 11-month-old and a 2.5-year-old. We moved to the area 5 years ago, 2021, but we spent years looking for the perfect place to put down permanent roots. So we found that here, purchasing our home in Bay Arbor 18 months ago. But we didn't end up here by accident. My wife grew up in Eastlake Woodlands, went to schools in the area, Palm Harbor Middle, Palm Harbor University High for the IB program. And in recent years, my wife convinced me that to turn down some great career opportunities in New York City, North Carolina, because we wanted to raise a family here. We love the safety, facilities, green spaces that the city has to offer. But as I look at the future my sons are growing up in, I see a lot of uncertainty. We're entering a really volatile era. Artificial intelligence is disrupting the job market. We're facing significant economic headwinds, pervasive inflation, and right here at home, we're hearing a loud, clear message that we need an affordable city. And I've heard residents' voices for bold measures. For example, eliminating property taxes Whether that's goal is achievable or not, and if it'll pass the Senate is up for a debate. But the sentiment is real that people are hurting, and they expect their city council to be financially creative and fiercely working through the money that the city will have to use. So that's where I think I can help. I have a bachelor's of economics, a second bachelor's in commerce majoring in finance. I'm a professional risk manager, a former auditor. I'm only 28 years old, but at 24 I joined Citibank in Tampa as a vice president, leading an 800-person community through a time of major transformation. The firm just had a $400 million fine and received a consent order from 2 federal regulators, so I did well in that role. And at 25, I was promoted to be a senior vice president at Citi, leading the U.S. retail banking and mortgage issue management program, which had 60 employees. And after doing that role for about a year, I was tapped on the shoulder internally to lead the Global Lessons Loan program, overseeing operational losses of $1 million or more and near misses of $50 million or more. And as part of that role, I was appointed as the secretary of the Global Issue Management Committee, a very senior formal committee, a lot of folks in suits, a lot of lawyers. And I've experienced in these sort of settings. So my career is built on identifying vulnerabilities, ensuring things run smoothly. And with the major development agreement, 30 years in the making, being written in the near future, which will shape the face of Oldsmar, you need someone that can look at the contract not just with hope, but with an auditor's scrutiny and passion. So ensuring that we're protecting the city and maximizing the taxpayer's return. So I'll leave it there and I'll take questions.
Thank you. Councilmember Tadaszewski?
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about why you like this job?
I care about the culture, the environment that my children will grow up in. That's really all there is to it.
Have you participated or voted in any municipal elections before?
Well, I became a U.S. citizen last year, so no, I haven't.
Congratulations on that, though.
Thank you. I'd like to add that I have...
It's a good excuse.
But I've watched about 4 years of city council meetings on YouTube because when we were finding a place to live, I looked at how the different cities were being run, and this is a really well-run city, so well done.
That was my last question, so thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Swager?
Thank you. As you may have heard,
I
I'm a big fan of continuous improvement. What's one area that you feel the city can improve?
So I'm really not here to tear down the city. That's not my goal at all. But I will say that I've heard from Galair that they really want to drive their golf carts all the way across State Road 580 and into the city. And digging into the specifics of that would be something I'm interested in. I had lunch with Andrew Knapp, and we talked about this in detail. And I think it's achievable for every neighborhood except for Bay Arbor. So I'd also add that in my line of work, that incremental gains is what we look for. We don't always see radical shifts, but just improving processes, budget lines, contracts, asking, can we make this 1% better, more efficient, and can we reduce the risk by 1%? And those add up over time. So, yeah. I really think the city's well run. If we just compound those small improvements, it's a really great city.
Thank you.
Okay. Vice Mayor?
No questions. Thank you, Fraser.
All right, thank you so much, Fraser. You have 3 minutes to respond to any of the questions that we have asked you or to expand.
Sure. I'm passionate, motivated. My interest is in protecting the city, shaping the city's future. There's a big business presence here, and I want to support the modernization of the city while preserving the culture. So that's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. We have an unenviable task in front of us.
You let the public speak.
Yes, thank you. We have completed the session of Q&A and comments with each of the applicants. It's now time for the public to give comments should they desire about specific applicants. There is a 5-minute time limit per speaker. Only comments will be received regarding the applicants. In other words, please do not ask any questions of the applicants or engage in any dialogue. So with that being said, I will open the floor for anyone who wishes to speak on for, or on behalf of any candidate. I'm sorry, applicant. It's not an election, it's an appointment. It's an application, not a candidacy. Okay.
Jason Sanders at Power Clean Corporation, 101 South Bayview Boulevard. Just wanted to address the candidates more than council, if you don't mind with that.
You
I
have
just
5
wanted
minutes,
to.
sir.
What's that?
You have 5 minutes, sir.
Thank you. I don't need 5 minutes. No, I just want to say to the candidates, because I'm in this situation often or have been in it before, and I've had candidates, applicants, potential applicants or a candidate approach me afterwards, after that's happened and said that they're embarrassed or maybe because they didn't win, and kind of felt defeated with it. Please do not feel that way when you leave here today. They have to appoint someone, they will. This is the kind of engagement that we want in the city. As you know, this is the engagement that we need in the city. You need to remain involved. If it isn't council, there's the chamber, there's other community things you can do. Please stay involved and keep coming back. Do not feel embarrassed and do not feel dejected by any of this at all. That's not what it's about. So that's all. Thank you.
Extremely good advice. Any other members of the public wish to speak? Okay. Seeing none, the council has in front of us the ballots. Before we begin this process, I was kind of going to say something like that, Jason, but that's okay. It's fine. Obviously you guys can tell that we care deeply about this community, and we can tell that you do too. And I know that you all probably feel really, really envious and wish you were up here in this position to try to cast a ballot right now. In all seriousness, though, it is extraordinarily difficult, not only because all of you are qualified and unique and in really critically important ways. Honestly, I saw myself in all of you. I mean, Mike, your service, Olga, you talk about how this, process, the ability to participate. Rhonda, in giving back, Cindy, the business community. I mean, Tom, every meeting. David, great point about your children. Jessica, years of residency. Sarah, I am literally looking at myself back in 2018. I'm looking at she's talking, but I'm looking at myself. And Fraser, the young families, it's so encouraging to see people out here tonight, even short-term, residents who haven't lived here all that long, ready to serve. I am so proud of our community. Thank you all for being here. Do not leave. Do not, yes. Please do not be discouraged. Please do not be discouraged. There is literally one chair right there, and there's a whole bunch of people on this list. If you have not, been on a board, get on a board. If you have not been to Citizens Academy, get into Citizens Academy. If you're interested in getting involved with the Chamber, the VFW, Oldsmar Cares, Operation Jack's Village, the churches, there are so many organizations that need you. Not anyone, they need you. They need people who care like you care. Thank you for being up here tonight. We have to fill out this paperwork. It's going to take me a minute, y'all. Yeah, I agree. I don't think do we need a motion for any discussion purposes, or is it simply to cast a ballot?
Just cast your ballot and pass it down.
Okay.
Only pick one.
Seriously? Okay.
Trying to remind myself I asked for this job.
Right?
Just being thorough. Just being thorough.
Okay. Now you can see my hands shake.
Literally.
I know. I just.
We're done.
I'm a quick learner.
Guess so.
Each one of you don't need to stand up. Just fold your paper, and we're just going to pass it down. Stand, I understand. Okay. It's not necessary to do that.
No, just, yeah.
Yeah, you need to stretch.
Is this considered a mail-in ballot?
Okay. No, it's not.
It's not postmarked.
My phone.
No, it's mine.
Oh.
Somebody better be dead.
At least it was a buzz and not a ring. And I hope someone's not dead.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna get up. I'm getting up anyway.
After this long, nothing's comfortable.
Even if it's a couch.
You have all four votes? Yep. All right. If you want to announce the four, well, there's going to be at least no more than four, so tell us what the vote is.
So the result of this vote is 2 votes for Cindy Olmsted, 1 for Tom O'Shea, and 1 for Rhonda Dunkley.
Okay, so everybody please take your ballot, your next ballot, remove Willie Milton and all other names aside from Rhonda Dunkley, Cindy Olmsted, and Tom O'Shea.
Just keep passing, just in case.
Sorry.
Don't want any telepathy going on.
If only I held that power. My heart is beating like it's my election.
I know.
I'm getting flashbacks from running. It's
What did I? No, I was just making sure, no, well, yeah,
Yeah.
but, I mean, it's, yeah.
It was one of the
That's why you
possibilities.
asked Tom, like, instead of and plus that was hopefully an explanation for everyone, where it's like,
You know, I remember when we did
it's
this.
not 2, it's 3, yeah.
Yeah, when we did this previously, when there was a resignation, it's hard, you know, you want, I mean, I straight up told one person, I don't want to appoint you, I want you to run.
Right.
And, you know, we have different traditions, it's really hard.
Yeah, for sure, and just to, I mean, to that suggestion, a lot of the time, that's an explanation for everyone, where it's, why was it 3 and not 2? It's just like, well, that was why they talked to the city attorney before the meeting started. Yeah, so that's why that discussion had occurred. That's my point.
Do you have the vote, Jenny?
Yes,
And
we
what is
have
the vote?
2 for Rhonda Dunkley and 2 for Cindy Olmsted.
Okay, so you've reduced it down to Rhonda Dunkley and Cindy Olmsted. Let's do another vote, please. All right, Jenny, what's the vote? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought all four went down. I apologize.
We have 3 votes for Cindy Olmsted.
Cindy, if you could please come forward to be sworn in. Oh, I want to talk to so many of you right now.
Right, I know. I'm not kidding. I'm having, like, what you had just
Oh, I
said.
already know who I'm calling.
Right. I know whose phone numbers I need for sure.
Oh, no, I have their applications right here. I have their addresses.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't it polite to ask, you know?
You know, Steve's seat, I'm just throwing that out there, is up in March.
March of 27. You can't just wish it to be true as March of 26.
But I don't want to be in the background.
All right, Jenny, speak up so Cindy can hear you.
I, Cindy Olmsted, do swear that I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and the state of Florida and the city charter of the city of Oldsmar, Florida, and that I'm duly qualified to hold office under the Constitution of the state and faithfully perform the duties of council member of the city of Oldsmar, Florida, in accordance with the city charter. Thank you so much.
Sorry, go ahead. Thank
We're watching
you.
ceremony.
You have to go. You have to go sit.
I thought it was
Check
like
and
the
make sure-
ceremonial sit down or something.
Check and make sure Councilman Graber didn't put anything on the seat.
Okay, the next item, oh, sorry. That's it? Okay. The next item on our agenda is council comments.
Might as well, right?
Councilmember Olmsted.
Yeah, today was great. I did get to see the historical museum, and yeah, I'm completely overwhelmed right now, so thank you. I'm super grateful, and I really think there were so many good candidates. I mean, you guys are all amazing. Thank you for appointing me. I appreciate it.
Councilman Swager.
Thank you, Mayor. First day, huh?
First day. First day on
Well,
the clock.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I echo your statements, your comments, as well as Mayor Gannon's, everyone up here, in terms of all the applicants. I mean, that was not fun, to say the least. But I do encourage every single one of you to continue to run, advocate for the city, you know, volunteer boards, whatever it is, just stay involved. That's the only way to serve, is to be involved. So the Oldsmar Historical Collection, I could not even put into words how impressed I was. I didn't have low expectations, I had no expectations. And I didn't see the space before. So even though I was a door guy for about an hour while the crowd was coming in and out, I did have an opportunity to go through, and it is something that I look forward to returning and spending. I could literally spend an entire day, and I cannot commend the city manager and staff for creating such a wonderful masterpiece in the library. So if you have not been, It's only been open for 4 hours, right? So, please attend. And a couple other things. I hear I have some fans out there watching, so I just wanted to say hi to Bailey and Addison. Some big fans of mine is what I'm being told, so I'm just saying hi.
Oh, wow.
And Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to this year and serving the community. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilmember Tartakovsky.
I'm stressed and I'm tired and I have to go to the bathroom, so Happy New Year.
Ditto. Right?
Thank you, Mayor.
Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. Did I get that right? Okay, should I say it a third time? Congratulations, Councilmember Olmsted.
Thank you.
Jenny, fantastic job tonight. It wasn't just a run-of-the-mill couple of things I might have to read on the consent docket. There was 2 swearing-ins, and you did a wonderful job.
Right into the fire.
Absolutely
Night
fantastic.
one.
To everyone who was here, I just want to let you know, just so you know some of my personal background before I got onto council. I served on the Fort Pinellas Citizens Advisory Committee. I served on the Oldsmar Board of Adjustment. I served on the Oldsmar Ordinance Review Committee. I went to as many meetings, because then we got hit by COVID, if I remember correctly, right, Mayor? I went to as many meetings as I possibly could in person. And I ended up running, the election was March of 2021, so we had to do it during COVID, okay? So it takes a lot, but I just want Sarah, specifically to you, when I applied for the Board of Adjustment, you can watch the video, it's from August 2019. I say my kids are 3 and 1, and I was just like, huh? And it was the same kind of thing. So, but just what I'm trying to illustrate to all of you is, the reason that I got to know everyone so well, I know Jessica Villafana, I know Kelly O'Brien, I know Rhonda Coy, I knew Mayor Gannon, then Councilmember Gannon at the time. Councilmember Swager and I met at Citizens Academy. So I just want you to understand that that's how the network gets kind of built. All the folks from the chamber, it was because I was at those events and I was seen. So there was some points tonight, and it was, I really kind of wanted to get to know some of you because I just haven't had the pleasure of meeting all of you. And that was kind of the point of where I was, why I didn't ask a lot of questions. When you're on the campaign trails, people will ask you questions if you see them, but a lot of times you're just leaving stuff at their door. So what you're doing is you're telling them about you. And so I kind of was taking it from that perspective. So I just want all of you to understand that. And if the opportunity presents itself, please come and say hello to me. We joke that I might not be the most approachable person in the history of the world, but I really am. But I never really care, unless I'm with my kids and I'm screaming at them. Otherwise, I would be happy to introduce you to my children. But it's just that sort of stuff where coming to council meetings, watching the meetings on YouTube, that's great. Being a little bit more present at all of those different things, showing that you're willing to volunteer. Rhonda, forgive me, is it 17 years on the? Yes. On the code enforcement board? Yes. Right. So Rhonda never decided to throw her hat in the ring for a council seat, but it's been 17 years since she served on a board. So I just want all of you to kind of understand that, kind of from the perspective that I have. The only other thing I have is to wish my mom a very happy, coming up later this week, 78th birthday. Go, Mom. So happy birthday. That's all I had, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vice Mayor.
Oh, and he sings.
I do sing, yes.
This is true. I couldn't have said it better, honestly, Vice Mayor. Thank you very much for those sentiments. That is exactly correct. And yeah, I put that baby in a onesie that said, "Vote for my mom," and I walked her door to door with a stroller. And, you know, when she looked at me and told me, "Mommy, I'm going to be mayor after you," at 7 years old, you know,
right.
No prouder moment. And I really hope that all of you stay engaged. You know, a lot of times people don't understand this appointment process. And it's odd because you're only up here 7 months. I mean, 7 months, 2 meetings a month, do the math. There's not a whole lot of time to effectuate change. And, you know, a lot of people realize, who've been here around, realize that there was a trend for a little bit where Sandy Grimes was up here time and time again because she was relatively neutral. There was a neutrality to her because, you know, we're not looking to upset the balance in 7 months. We're not looking to effectuate major change. We're looking to continue on the Well, actually, we have a new one here tonight. I thank the clerk's office probably for delivering it. We're looking to continue on our strategic plan, our initiatives, and our council priorities that have been established, which many of you alluded to. And so, one thing that I do want to impart to all of you, it wasn't a dig on Vice Mayor, but start planning, run for city council. I remember coming to a meeting and one of the council members at the time heard what I said and he looked right at me, former Mayor Seidel, and he said, "You should be up there." And thank goodness he did. And so I want to tell all of you, you should be up here, not for 7 months, for 3 years. I know that sounds crazy, but that's the reality of it. And that's also not a dig on Cindy, because there's a tradition that, we didn't appoint anybody to temporarily serve while they were running at the same time. So there's a lot of different dynamics here because we're not trying to create an incumbent situation. So there is an election that is about to start for seat 3. There's going to be, qualifying in the coming months for seat 1. Please stay involved. Please join a board. Seek guidance from people who are on boards. You've got multiple people in the audience tonight that are incredible resources. And thank you for coming out tonight, for being a part of this process, and for sharing your time with us and your passion with us. I was absolutely blown away by the historical collection. I cannot thank the city manager, our facilities staff, our communications staff. It was an unbelievable undertaking to do everything from the floors to the walls to, they were literally painting in there. We got to see, Barbara Schulte's progress, each photo edited, and Mark putting together an insane timeline history. The AI integrations, hearing Ari Old's voice, the app that makes things move. I encourage everyone to stop by the library, which is incredibly accessible for folks now. You can walk in those library doors and you're going to see a curved dash right through the glass doors, and you are going to have the opportunity to very easily learn a lot more about our city. And I think making it more accessible to all ages at all times, that the library, it's open right there, and being a part of our really immersing folks in our history is a big deal. And I know that it was a very tight timeline leading up to these last couple of days to get it open and done, but it was incredible, and everybody's response to it tonight was equally incredible. Everybody was blown away. I really hope city staff understands that I was blown away. Professionalism beyond professionalism. Happy New Year. We've got stuff coming up this month like crazy already. We've got a work session coming up. We have, let's see, a town hall to plan. We have Touch a Truck coming up as well. The Community Minute is a great place to stay involved, and social media is clearly working. By a show of hands, how many people found out about this appointment process because they saw it on social media? Okay, see, that's amazing to me. And in the interest of I'm thinking of Andrew already, community outreach and transparency, it's really working. I commend the city on making sure our residents are informed about what's going on and this process. I was so grateful for the opportunity tonight to present Principal Logan with the Council Manager Award. Thank you for giving me maybe a couple extra minutes to talk. I wanted to just bring these on the last day of school before Christmas break. The second graders, all of them, at Oldsmar Elementary presented me with letters that they had written to the mayor. Dear Mayor Gannon, we need this in our city. Dear Mayor Gannon, can we please, there's this hole in the soccer field, can we have more parks? I think we should fix the girls' bathroom. Like,
So they were for continuing improvement?
they were for continuing improvement. And these kids are, 7 years old. And they have, a lot of them, remarkable penmanship. I shared some of them with the city manager. This is incredible. I'm going to write them back, too. And the opportunity to present the award to Mr. Logan and really continue to emphasize that the youngest, as many of you touched on tonight, that the youngest in our community, continue to make such an incredible impact on us all is really meaningful. So thank you for that opportunity tonight. With that, I am definitely tired. I definitely have to go potty. And I'm so hungry. I will move on to agenda item number 13, which is consider approval of tentative agenda for the January 2026 council meeting. Does anybody wish to pull or add anything? No. Seeing nothing, the chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Oh, there you go.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right, y'all, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, there you go.
Second.
This does not require a vote. We are adjourned. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.